First, let's go to Joacim Hernandez, a Trump supporter from Roma, Texas, a border town in the Rio Grande Valley on the other side of Ciudad Miguel Alemán in Tamaulipas. Thanks so much for joining us, Joacim. Joacim, how are you?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Good. All right, we're back on track again. This is good. Joacim, I have to ask you a question. You are a Latino on the border.
Yes.
Roma, Texas, in Stark County, Texas, unfortunately, has really been ravaged by COVID-19. It's one of the highest rates of COVID per capita in the United States. You have border walls being built in your backyards, but you're still supporting Trump for president of the United States. Tell us why.
Right. So I can't blame the president for the response in Stark County. There's 254 counties in the state of Texas and 50 other states. So individually, I think each county should be held liable and accountable for their response to coronavirus. And I did grow up in Stark County. There was, the medical officer, medical director, or the health authority in Stark County resigned in the middle of the pandemic. But I think it's more of our culture has conditions that are more. What's the word I'm looking for? They don't. Their health conditions aren't the best that they should because of they're reactive to their health instead of proactive. So,
I understand that, but you have a Republican governor, right? A Republican administration, and no one has been elected for statewide office in Texas for many, many years. So you have a Republican administration and a Republican administration in the White House. So who do you blame for the reason why the Rio Grande Valley is being on this? I mean, it's pretty clear to me that as a Latino supporting immigrant causes, because I'm sure your parents or grandparents or someone in your generations did cross the border and were able to come here and to get legal status, and now Trump is stopping that. So tell me more.
So I'm a big believer in local authority and each county and state having their own authority. There was some issues with the governor and local counties, but he seemed to kind of ease off on those orders to allow counties to operate in their own way. So down here, we've been a one-party system in the Rio Grande Valley. It's been a one-party system since Reconstruction, and the local party that is in charge has not been held accountable. And you can't generalize and blame it on everyone, but there are some people while in office that cast votes on certain health bills or sit on certain state legislature public health committees that just didn't prepare for this type of emergency coronavirus. So it really does come down to local control.
That's okay. So, and you think that Trump as president would be able to affect that and change that? Like, what would he do to affect the health situation and the health crisis that is going on in the Rio Grande Valley?
What would he do to help the health crisis in the valley? Well, I think there has to be, he's authored legislation to allow farmers to send food boxes to anyone during coronavirus. There's a lot of nonprofits that have been distributing vegetable food boxes, dairy, and meat to people that are affected by COVID. So that was a great program that the USDA put together to just kind of feed people with stuff that is grown locally and is part of the important food groups. And when it comes to building your immune system, there's nothing better than vegetables and American grown.
Okay, I have one more question left. We're running out of time, but have you noticed that between 2016 and 2020, in the Rio Grande Valley, or specifically in Roma, Texas, that there are more Latinos supporting Trump? And what are they telling you why they're doing that?
They definitely seem to be more vocal. I think the Democrat Party has embraced a lot of ideologies that are very leftist, socialist, and communist. in theory, and the situations like Venezuela and Cuba, Cuban Americans migrating to Florida and Texas, I think is a big factor to people hearing what a big government overreach is like in communist and socialist countries.
Okay. Is there any chance that you might change your mind and vote for Biden? Can there be something that Trump can do that would sway you? Like, I don't know, like be on a debate and call out a right wing extremist organization to call to arms? Like, what would need for you to change your mind and vote for Biden?
Um, there's I don't think there's a whole lot unless Trump didn't like tacos de trompo, and he could easily just rebrand it and make it Trump tacos. But other than that, I don't think there's a whole lot that Biden could do, especially because of his track record, 47 years in office, and now he has the magic wand to all of a sudden all our problems go away. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Joacim, for joining. I asked a couple of your friends in Roma to join and to be on the show. They're Trump supporters, and they would not. Maybe they were too embarrassed to talk about. So I'm glad that you joined the show with us today to have the conversation. And good luck, and hopefully things will get better in my beloved Roma, Texas, one of the wonderful
I
places.
think they are getting better. Thank you. Have a
Good.
good one.
Thanks.